Hello everyone, welcome to Civil Prep. This is a prelims prep session where we are looking at PYQ-Rooted program or questions from 2011 to 2025, where we will be making a route or system from the questions. For example, in 2025, same routes appearing in 2020, same routes appearing in 2015. So there we are trying to find out certain possible dimensions which will help us to identify the questions which can come up in 2026 UPSC and how to deal with such kind of question in a very easy fashion. So guys, this is geomorphology or geography. Okay, we have already seen a lot of things from geography here. So this is civil prep, transforming potentials into possibilities, aspirants into civil servants. You can join my YouTube channel by this QR code, and you can also join my Telegram group by this QR code. Do join it. We have a lot of activities there. We have already discussed the syllabus. We have already discussed the trend. A few of the questions have been already discussed before. So I'll be directly coming to the next question for us, which is related to the river, that is the Brahmaputra river. Now, not only the Brahmaputra river, but these two questions of 2011 and 2012, we will see that it is basically been made upon the Himalayas by the river systems. Okay, so what we see here, 2011 question, the Brahmaputra, Irrawaddy and Mekong rivers originate in Tibet and flow through narrow and parallel mountain ranges in the upper reaches. Okay, if we look at any of the river, we have three types of system here. In a river system, we have upper reaches, we have middle reaches, and we have lower reaches. Okay, so for example, if we look at river like Ganga, so under the Ganga, we have the formation of the river. So this is the upper reaches. Then we have the middle reaches, that is in the over the, we can say, the Indo-Gangetic Valley. Then towards the lower reaches, it is present near the West Bengal and Bangladesh region. So this defines its course. But when we look at the rivers like Brahmaputra, so here we see that it has a different context here. For example, the river is originating. So here there is a different system. Then at the middle reaches, it is taking a U-turn. Then in the lower reaches, it is having a certain other factors here. So this defines different river systems, different type of river system for different rivers originating in different terrains. Okay, so of these rivers, Brahmaputra makes a U-turn in its course into India. This U-turn is due to, now Himalayas, will be saying that there are ranges of Himalayas. For example, if this is Trans Himalayas, this is Greater Himalayas, this is Lesser Himalayas, and then we have Shivaliks. Okay, so here we'll see that these syntaxes, there are syntaxal bands are being formed according to the Indian plate. So Indian plate, when it collided with the Eurasian plate almost around 45 to 50 million years ago, so there were two syntaxal bands were formed. So here the first syntaxal band is present in the region of northern western Himalayas or northwestern India. Then we move towards the eastern Himalayas. Then there is another syntaxal turn, and then it moved towards the in the southern direction. So this we observe in India, and it is also present as a part of the Indian physiography. So uplift of folded Himalayan series. This is one of the point here. Then syntaxal banding of geologically young Himalayas. Then geotectonic disturbance in the tertiary fold mountain chains. So why this has taken place? This is because of the uplift of the folded Himalayan series. Okay, this is true. Then syntaxal banding of the geologically young Himalayas. This is also true here. Geotectonic disturbances in the tertiary fold mountain chains. So geotectonic, yes, this is a geotectonic disturbance, and this is a tertiary fold mountain chain also. Now, we'll be looking at the answer just after looking at the question 2012. Now, when you travel in Himalayas, you will see the following: deep gorges, Okay, deep gorges, it is like, for example, this is the mountain. So this is the river it is moving. So this river, it forms the gorges over both the sides here. So U-turn river courses, if the river is moving like this, so there can be a U-turn river, U-turn because of the presence of the mountain, then it will move forward. So yes, this is also possible. Then parallel mountain ranges. Yes, parallel mountain ranges here we can see. Then steep gradients causing landsliding. Steep gradients causing landsliding. So here we see that deep gorges, U-turn river courses, parallel mountain ranges, and steep gradient causing landsliding. Here we can see that these are all part of the Himalayan system. Okay, in the Himalayas, we can just not see towards the Western Himalayas, but we can also see towards the Eastern Himalayas where we find the similar kind of fashion. Okay, now looking at answer for the both the questions, before that, I would like you to see the roots of both these questions here. Now, question one, we see that it is a structural geology, and uh, here we can see question two, it is the evidence matrix. So theme here we'll see that mountain structure controls river behavior, and theme two, multiple interconnected young mountain characteristics. Concept key, we will see that antecedent river maintains course by downcutting as mountain rises. Result, U-turn formed by syntaxal bending, pivoting river direction. Here key concept will say that all four features prove recent formation plus active uplift. Result, no single feature alone sufficient, altogether conclusive. Now, diving deeper here, in the upper courses, as we have seen in this part here, we have upper courses, middle courses, and low courses. So under the upper courses, flow eastward trending, we are talking about the Brahmaputra river system. So it is almost like this. Okay, it is the Chamyangdang glacier here from where it is originating. Then parallel to the Irrawaddy and Mekong, Irrawaddy and Mekong, they are moving parallel here. Then flow alongside the Himalayas. Himalayas are present in the upper part and in the lower part here. Middle courses encounter syntaxal bend at Namcha Barua. Here we have Namcha Barua, which is present towards the easternmost section here. Cannot continue east. It does not move east, but it moves south here. Forms a hairpin U-turn here, which is also the syntaxal bending. Undercutting 5,500 meters through the rising mountains. Okay, this is seen here. Low courses flows southwest into the Arunachal Pradesh, named Dihang, Siang, and Brahmaputra. Okay, so here we see that first it is entering India in the name of the Dihang. Then the Lohit and Siang River, they are confluencing into it, and it is becoming the Brahmaputra River. Now, looking at the question two branches, the Youngfold evidences, gorges, deep narrow valleys from antecedent river downcutting through uplift. Then, U-turn drainage. River bends around structural obstacles, syntaxal bends. Parallel ranges, multiple northwest southeast trending old structures, 5 distinct stages. Steep slopes, 30-degree gradients with frequent rockfalls and landslides. Now, here we'll see that under the root one, that is the question one, the sharp knee bend flexure when where mountain range changes direction abruptly at pivot points. So here we see that the sharp knee flexure where the mountain ranges changes direction abruptly at pivot points. For example, towards the northwest point and towards the northeast point. So here we have two syntaxal bends here where there is the change in the structure. Then example, Eastern Himalaya syntax at Namcha Barua. Himalayas trend northwest, then southeast normally. At eastern end, the sharp bend from east trending to south trending. Brahmaputra river forced to U-turn around this bend here. Now, route to under we'll see that Youngfold Mountains characteristics. Okay, here we have different kind of characteristics which are present as a part of Young Mountains, and certain other characteristics which are present as a part of the old mountains. So this cycle of erosion, this is part of the cycle of erosion. Okay, so this cycle of erosion we will study in detail. We'll look at it in detail with the further questions. Okay. Now, coming back to the question, and we'll try to understand that how these things are taking place here. So here we'll see that the Brahmaputra, Irrawaddy, and Mekong rivers originate in Tibet and flow through narrow and parallel mountain ranges in the upper reaches. Of these rivers, Brahmaputra makes a U-turn in its course into to flow into India. This U-turn is due to uplift of folded Himalayan series, syntaxal bending of geologically young Himalayas, geotectonic disturbances in the tertiary fold mountain chains. Okay, so under this, what we see that the uplift of the folded Himalayan series. So we will see that the first folding it started to take place in the northwestern region because this started to as a first collision. Then the series started to move towards the eastern section. So yes, the uplift of the folded Himalayan series, this has actually taken place. And the syntaxal bending of the geologically young Himalayas. Here we can see the one syntaxal bend and here the another syntaxal bend has taken place. So looking at this option, we can see that option D, that is both A and B is the correct answer here. Now looking at the option C, the geotectonic disturbance in the tertiary fold mountain chains. What is the geotectonic disturbance? For example, if there is already a mountain chain is formed here, and in this tertiary folded mountain, that is the Himalayas, if any kind of geotectonic, that is the earthquake or volcanic activity, or any other rifting activity or folding activity it occurs here, then it will result into the geotectonic activity in this particular mountain change. But we can see here that there was no further thing which has taken place here. It was just the syntaxal bending of the above mountain chains here. Now, looking at the another question, we can see all of these four options, they are correct and they explain well the answer. That is, we can see all these things while traveling in the Himalayas, whether it can be the Western Himalayas, whether it can be the Eastern Himalayas. Okay, so guys, this is one of the question, one of the topic, which is quite important for the UPSC Prelims PYQ. So guys, see you in the next session. Thank you very much and take care.